Hey, what's going on? So in my last video, I talked about the biggest issue for New Year's resolutioners. One of the big two is going to the gym consistently. I talked about how to do that. If you haven't watched my other video and you're somebody who struggles to go into the gym and stay in the gym, I highly recommend you check that out. I kind of have maybe a little bit of unique advice, something that might help you. On this one, I'm going to talk about the second major issue, and that's eating habits. When people get to the new year, they want to do two things. It's either they want to get more muscular or they want to get thinner. They want to lose weight when it comes to fitness and health resolutions. So the big part here is your eating habits, your nutrition. Now this is usually the make it or break it for about pretty much everyone who does it. People are either going to change their eating habits and get better, or they're not. And the biggest problem I see is people try to go on diets. Now there's nothing inherently wrong with diets, but if we really look at what diet is everything that you consume. It's what you eat, it's what you drink, it's your entire nutrition on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. So if people go on diets, what they're doing is they're completely overhauling everything that they already do, which is incredibly difficult to do. Now, because eating is like an addiction, it would be like being a smoker for 15 years and then one day saying, never again, and getting rid of them all. I mean, people try to do this, but how many people do you know who fail at doing this? Well, it's the same thing with diet. Your diet is a habit. It's something you've been doing for a very long time, probably, and now you're going to try to change it in one day. It's probably not the best approach. So I'm going to go with a little analogy really quick here. I'm going to try to keep this video a lot shorter than my last one. So imagine you're in a pool and you're sitting on an inner tube. It's 85 degrees. It's beautiful. You got a margarita in one hand or a pina colada, whatever you prefer. You're chilling. You got your Ray-Bans on. You're looking up at the sun. I mean, it's beautiful. You're so comfortable. You're not getting off there. You're having your drink. You're having a good time. Now, suddenly someone says, jump in the pool. And you're saying, no way, I'm not going to jump in that pool. If someone pushes you in the pool, you're probably going to get mad, you're probably going to swim to the side, you're going to jump out, or you're going to jump back on your inner tube. You're only thinking, I'm getting out of this water, I'm freezing, this is uncomfortable. Now, if you only have two options, your option is to either stay on the inner tube and eventually, let's just say you die eventually in this scenario, or get in the water and you live, but it's long term, so you have a long time to make your choice. You're going to want to get in that water, but you're not going to want to jump in. What you're going to want to do is obviously you're going to want to slowly get in the water. Maybe just dangle your legs, get used to it. That feels nice. Like you're so used to the hot sun, now you got a little bit of the water, it feels good. Eventually you're going to want to maybe sit through the center of the inner tube. You can still enjoy your drink, now you're halfway in, and you're really starting to get used to the water, it feels pretty good. By the time you decide to slide all the way in, you can still keep your drink out of the water. You can still enjoy that. And now you're hanging out in the pool. You're living. You've saved yourself because you got off the inner tube. You're not going to get a horrible sunburn and whatever, skin cancer, I guess, if that's what you want to go down that route. But basically what I'm trying to say here is so many people go and they try to take a diet and they try to just jump in the water. And maybe they can stay in there for like 30 seconds. They're like, oh, this is horrible. The only thing through their mind is like, I'm freezing. And they're just thinking about when they're going to get out, which is not a good approach to how we're going to want to address eating habits, health, nutrition, what really manages your weight. Going into the gym and working out, that's very beneficial. That's going to give you the body that you want. It's going to shape your body, but you got to have the eating to go along with it. So basically, the biggest issue here is finding a way to change long-term habits as painlessly as possible. So what we're going to want to do is start eliminating the really bad things at first. And then just keep the rest of your diet the same. So, get rid of soda. Soda is just emptyless, simple carbs, processed sugars, which do nothing for you other than give you short spurts of energy, and the rest goes to fat storage. So you want to cut those out immediately. And that's not that hard to do. Substitute a soda with water. Diet sodas even at first, that's like an easy way. Those aren't the best for your health in the long run, but in the short run it could be really helpful with trying to change your habits and your nutrition. You can also cut out other things, but basically, if you can be 20% better for the first month, you're going to see differences. You're going to see changes. Just change your diet by 20%. You don't have to go do some program where you're only allowed to eat this much food here, this much food there, all your fruits and vegetables, your proteins. That's too hard. That's going to drive you insane up here. You're going to lose motivation. You're going to lose focus. And you're going to want to quit. That's not a lifestyle change. That's like a quick fix. And a quick fix is never going to help you in the long run. So try to be 20% better one month. And then maybe 30% better the next month. Eat more vegetables. Maybe 3 days out of the week you try to eat healthy. Or maybe one meal a day you try to eat healthy. And the other meal, you stick with your habits. But try to clean it up just 20 to 30%. That's going to make a huge, huge difference. That 30% probably for a lot of people will drop tens, maybe even 20 pounds over the course of a 3-month period. And it's also a lot healthier to lose weight slower. If you lose 40 pounds in 1 month, unless you're extremely obese, that's not healthy either. Because then what you're doing is really the only way to lose weight is through a caloric deficit. So you can either eat too much and your calories are too high and it's going to store the extra calories as fat, or you can eat too little and you're going to burn body fat. But if you burn too much too fast, not only are you burning your body fat, but you're also impacting other things such as your muscle, and you really just can't function at like your healthiest form. You're going to be impacting organ function, just long-term health issues if you give yourself too high of a caloric deficit. So just try to clean up the diet slowly. Work your way into it. Ease yourself into the water. It's going to be tough, but a lot less tough if you ease your way into it. That's my advice. Don't try to do it all in one day. Like the old saying goes, I know it's cliche, but Rome wasn't built in one day. You're not going to lose all your weight in one day. You're not going to change your diet in one day. If you can clean up your diet over the period of an entire year, that would be good. But doing it all at once is just pretty much unrealistic, and it's why you see all these companies that are offering diet plans and nutrition plans that they keep their clients coming back because their clients can't survive without it. You want to be able to be independent. You want to build your own diet. You want to be in control of yourself. That's going to take time, and ease into it. That's all for this episode.